here. And we will get started. So if you're listening to any music, hit play on your playlist. And then start in any posture that feels restful, because I'm going to set our story, set our scene as we get started. So we'll be here for a couple of minutes. So definitely allow yourself to be in a space where you can kind of sustain and be still for several minutes, several breaths. And as you come into that first posture, as always, really settle into your space, but settle into your breath as well. And just let yourself start to come fully to your mat. And to help bring yourself fully to your mat, I'm going to set up our story that we are talking about today. So the warrior story is about a specific story of a specific warrior named Virabhadra. And Virabhadra translates as friend and hero. And Virabhadra comes about in a very specific story that involves a couple of characters that will be kind of common figures in some of the Storytime classes that we do. So as the story goes, there's a princess, her name is Sati, and she marries the deity Shiva. And her dad is not happy about this. Her dad is a priest, his name is Daksha. And Daksha sees Shiva as this kind of like freewheeling, nomadic, unkept character, doesn't think that his daughter is a good fit with Shiva, and is really unhappy that they've chosen to get married. So in his spite and in his desire to share his unhappiness, he throws a big party. And at the party, he invites all of these key figures, all of these notable leaders within this particular community, except for Shiva. And when his daughter, the Princess Sati, catches wind of this, she becomes so upset, so enraged at her father that she bursts into flames and dies. And Shiva catches wind of the fact that his new bride has perished in her anger, perished in her anguish of this moment, that he becomes so enraged that he rips out a tuft of his hair, throws it to the ground, and in that moment, the hero or the warrior Virabhadra is born. Let's start to breathe together. Exhale the air from your lungs. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Again, big inhale, fill up. Big exhale, let go. Begin your Ujjayi Pranayama breath. And as you do, press yourself into a tabletop pose and let yourself start to move really organically here. So at the beginning of this story, as we set the scene with these characters, recognize that every characterization is essentially one of the ways we can translate and make meaning of this, is it's an aspect of you. So this is a story about love and devotion. This is a story about a warrior arriving to fight, to advocate on behalf of that sense of love and devotion. So we're kind of, in a sense, calling our warriors to our mat. Be mindful of movements, things you're doing on the right, do them on the left. And when those first movements feel sufficient, take your time if you're not ready yet, but as you are, press back to your first downward facing dog. And in your downward facing dog, once you're there, continue to move, bend your knees, pedal your feet, rock your hips side to side. So Virabhadra is essentially, again, it translates as heroic friend, essentially. So it's this warrior that fights on our behalf, this warrior that is there to do battle on our part, on the things that we are working towards, the things we are working to overcome, to eliminate, to destroy. Come to stillness in your downward facing dog. Feel that length in your spine by pushing your tailbone up even more to the sky. Really spread your fingers wide, press into your palms, draw your shoulders towards your upper rib cage, away from your ears. Everybody breathe in. Everybody breathe out. Inhale, look to your palms. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Step your feet forward behind your wrists, hip width distance. You could grab elbow or forearm. I kind of like to just hang my hands heavy on the mat, a little bit like a gorilla. Whatever feels nice to you, some really vigorous movement side to side, forwards and backwards. Really relax your neck here. Feel your head kind of sway a little bit. And if you've got a grip, switch your grip. If you'd like a chest expansion or anything like that, go for it. Our physical practice today is going to be very well-rounded, a little bit of everything. So you add in and adapt the movements as you'd like to really bring into your practice what you'd like to feel today. Lovely, my friends. Release your fingertips down to the mat. Toe heel your feet together until they touch. Put a little bit more bend in your knees and just slowly, gently arrive all the way up in a standing position. Let the crown of your head come up last. Feel your shoulders soften down your mat. Maybe you get some really good shoulder movements here. And then whatever else you need before we meet in standing at attention pose. Samasthiti. Press your thumbs to your heart. Spread your fingers wide and blink your eyes closed. As you make connection to your intention today, my friends, envision yourself as a member, a participant in this story. Your warrior is being called to your mat to fight on behalf of you in your journey. A sense of love, a sense of devotion. This strong, heroic friend is present to help you continue to become more connected to the most highest parts of you. Whatever that means for your intention, we'll send it out with breath. Exhale the air from your lungs. Take a big breath in, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, send it out. Seal your lips, breathe in through your nose. Through your nose, breathe out. And blink your eyes open. Soften your palms to your sides. Let's start to move with breath. Inhale, mountain pose. Lift and reach through your fingertips. Exhale, forward fold. Lead with your chest, lower down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Create a nice long spine. Exhale, high to low plank. Plant your palms, step back, bend your elbows to your rib cage. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift through your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Push your tailbone up to the sky. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Let's go again. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, mountain pose. Squeeze your legs together to help you reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Lead with your chest, travel to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Nice, Julie. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And a full breath out. Do one more Sane on your own. Kind of add in any little movements if you'd like, go freestyle if you'd like, whatever feels unique and connecting to your practice today. And as you do, really envision this calling a warrior to your mat. Sense of strength, sense of courage, sense of compassion, devotion, things we connect to the presence of this warrior in this story. Feel that opportunity to bring a sense of authenticity into how you perceive this, and use these stories as essentially good tools to learn a lesson. Gorgeous, Kamna. As you come to the end of this last Sane, you're welcome to ground in child's pose, or we'll meet in downward facing dog. But continue to fire up breath as another way to really stoke the energy of this warrior, to feel the power and the strength in your physical body, but your energetic body as well. Everybody take a big breath in and take a full breath out. Again, connect to your inhale. Power your exhale. Let's do Sun B. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, bend your knees, lengthen your spine, reach your fingertips to the sky, pause and breathe. Push your weight towards the back of your mat so your hips go to the wall behind you. Your weight presses to your heels. Really squeeze your legs together, and from there, lift your chest and feel your abdominals crunch together. Take a breath in. Exhale, airplane arms, sweep your fingertips behind you. Inhale, mountain pose. Maybe you look up, maybe even a little back bend at the top. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. You travel your way. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, twist your right knee across to your left elbow, hold. Bring your shoulders on top of your wrists, micro bend your elbows, keep your hips in line with your shoulders. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step between your hands. Bring your back knee down. Inhale, kneeling warrior. Drop your knee to the mat, lift your chest, reach your arms high. As you breathe, opportunity to take a variation here. Maybe your palms come onto your front thigh. Get a little side bend to the right. We'll do a half splits together. We're calling it Kneeling Warrior today just to lean into the warrior immersion in our story. Sometimes we call this posture Crested Moon. I'm learning being in Colorado that different postures have different names, and that'll come up again in our Sun B flow. Bring your arms back up to the sky. Take a big breath in. Exhale, half splits. Tense your fingers at the top of your mat. Straighten your right leg. Push your hips back as you reach your collarbones forward and fold down over your thigh. Remember, bend your right knee as much as you need. Our next story time is going to involve doing the splits. So we're already preparing ourselves for that next sequence with this half splits pose. Everybody breathe in. Everybody breathe out. Inhale, standing L. Walk your fingertips forward. Lift your left foot up off the mat and straighten your right leg. This posture here, when I taught it in person, everybody looked at me funny because they call it grounded airplane. So whatever works for you, you can bring your hands onto your block, lengthen your spine, kick your left heel from the mat. Big breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your left toes and your fingertips down. Inhale, warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Push your left foot to the mat, keep your hips square to the front, reach your palms to the sky and breathe. It's a little earlier in class than we normally do warrior one, so you can certainly shorten or widen your stance as you need to get both feet flat on the mat. Pivot your right hip crease back, lift your shoulders above your hips. Take a big breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Widen your stance on your mat. Open your chest to the side, reach your arms long and breathe. Push into your right heel to keep the joints of your right leg stacked. Charge to the knife edge of your left foot to really engage your back leg. Open your chest to the side. Inhale, reverse warrior, sweep your right palm to the sky. Exhale, high to low plank, your version, your way. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, twist your left knee to your right elbow and hold. Keep your shoulders over your wrists, hips in line with your shoulders. Work to make contact with your knee and your arm. Inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, kneeling warrior, drop your right knee down to the mat, sweep your palms high. And then as you exhale, you take the variation you did on the other side. If you did a side bend, do it here as well. Can kind of get a little rock forwards and backwards to really lean into your deep lunge here. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Square your hips to the front of your mat. Inhale, sweep your palms to the sky. Exhale, half splits. Tense your fingers down, straighten your left leg, push your tailbone behind you. Let your chest really fold over your left thigh. Push your tailbone back. No need to bring your hips any further back than above your right knee. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, standing L, AKA grounded airplane. Walk your palms forward, kick your right heel up, straighten your left leg. Your block underneath your palms can help to keep some length in your spine. Level your hips to the mat, kick your right foot higher. Big breath in. Exhale, low lunge, tense your fingers and your right toes down. Inhale, warrior one. Shorten and widen your stance as much as you need to press your feet down. Lift your chest and breathe. Warrior one is working towards square hips to the front, but for many of us, they may never quite get there, and that's totally fine. Pivot your left hip back, right hip forward, charge into the knife edge of your back foot. Take a big breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Widen your stance as you need. Open your chest to the side. Reach through your fingertips. Feel strength in your arms. So extend long through your fingertips. Drop your shoulders down and squeeze your shoulder blades slightly together. Inhale, reverse warrior. Sweep your left palm to the sky. Exhale, high to low plank. Travel to your mat. Inhale, upward facing dog, doing so great. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. One more like that. Feel the inhale, we're calling in the power. And the exhale, calling in the strength. Let's flow. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, chair pose, sit low, reach high. Exhale, airplane arms, lift your palms higher than your hips. Inhale, mountain pose, maybe you look up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive down to your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, high to low plank. You could do that from your knees if you wanted. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your right leg up. Exhale, twist your right knee across to your left elbow. Make contact. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it between your hands. Inhale, kneeling warrior, drop down to your left knee. Exhale, half split, straighten through your right leg. Inhale, standing L, kick your left foot up from the mat. Exhale, low lunge, plant your left toes down. Inhale, warrior one, push both feet onto the mat. Exhale, warrior two, open your chest to the side. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach your right arm high. Exhale, high to low plank, travel your way. Inhale, upward facing dog, feel the power build. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your left toes up. Exhale, twist your left knee across to your right elbow. Nicely done. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, low lunge, bring it all the way through. Inhale, kneeling warrior, knee to the mat, lift your chest. Exhale, half splits, get a deeper stretch in your left hamstring. Inhale, standing L, walk it forward, kick your right foot up. Exhale, low lunge, plant everything to the mat. Inhale, warrior one, Virabhadrasana, reach up high. Exhale, warrior two, open your chest to the side. Inhale, reverse warrior, get that side body stretch. Exhale, high to low plank, windmill your arms to the mat. Nice and net. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And a full breath out. One more time, powerful inhale. Warriors are here, strong exhale. Let's add on and come back to the story. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, feet to touch at the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, chair pose, push your weight to the backs of your feet. Exhale, airplane arms, really broaden through your pectorals. Inhale, mountain pose, maybe a little back bend and look up. Exhale, forward fold at a swan dive on the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, looks great, James. Exhale, high to low plank. You can start to skip it all together if you want. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your right toes high. Exhale, twist your right knee across to your left elbow and hold. Option for fallen warrior. Getting all the warrior poses in here. Kick your right foot out, push your right palm down, lift your hips, reach through your left palm, breathe. Maybe squeeze your inner thighs together. Maybe you get a little lift of your right foot up from the mat. Reach, reach, reach above you. Push into the mat to help you lift up higher. Yes, Kelly, you're here for 3. Three-legged dog in 2. And 1, palms down, inhale, right toes up. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, kneeling warrior, last time on the right side. Exhale, half splits, deepest hamstring stretch yet. Inhale, standing L, walk it forward. Exhale, standing splits. Point your left toes, maybe they go up a little bit higher to the ceiling. You can keep your fingertips on your block, bring them to your right ankle or to your mat. Keep your hips level, lengthen through your legs. Reminder in the story, Shiva, enraged, has thrown a tuft of his hair to the ground, and in that power of that moment, Virabhadra begins to emerge. You're here for 3. Low lunge in 2. And 1, low lunge, fingertips, left toes to the mat. Inhale, warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Push your left foot down at the back, lift your chest, reach high, hold and breathe here again. Traditional warrior 1, push your palms above you and lift your gaze to the bottom of your hands. This posture represents the moment that Virabhadra arrives on the scene of the party, a warrior emerging, making his presence known. Feel the power from the ground up. Lift your gaze far beyond you. You are arriving, my friends. You're here for 3. Warrior 2 in 2. And 1, warrior 2, open your chest to the side, arms open wide. Now gaze intently over your right hand. This in the story represents the moment where Virabhadra wields a sword and decapitates the father, Daksha, the priest. It is a moment of attack, a ferocious, powerful moment of action. You're here for 3. Reverse warrior in 2. And 1, inhale, reverse warrior, reach your right arm high. Exhale, high to low plank. Amazing focus. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's pause. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Final side, inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, twist your left knee to your right elbow and hold for fallen warrior. Kick your left foot out, reach your right palm high. Maybe get that little lift of your left foot from the mat. Push your hips up, reach, reach, reach up, even as you're pressing to the mat. Beautiful focus, so strong. You're here for 3. Three-legged dog in 2 and 1. That was fierce. Palms down, leg high, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge, step it all the way through. 1 more kneeling warrior. Inhale, bring your back knee down to the mat. Exhale, half splits, last half splits. Inhale, standing L, walk it forward, kick your right foot up. Exhale, standing splits. Let your chin drop to your shin. Point your right toes back. Maybe they go a little higher. Remember, the aspects of this story can be interpreted as aspects of you. This is a battle internal. This is part of the human connection, human struggle connected to the characters and the action in this story. You're here for 3. Low lunge in 2. And 1, low lunge, plant your foot down, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, warrior 1. Right heel to the mat, square your hips to the front, Traditional warrior one, press your palms above you, breathe. Lift your gaze. You're a warrior is arriving on the scene of your battle. Feel the power rooted underneath you, the lift and opening of your throat, the gaze high above you, strength, connection, concentration is here. You're here for 3. Warrior two in 2. And 1, warrior 2, open your chest to the side, reach through your fingertips, gaze over your left fingertips. Remember, warrior 2 is the moment of attack. This is the moment of action, the moment of ferocious, courageous movement to allow you of love and devotion fighting on your own behalf. Feel the power in your pose, the fierceness in your connection. Here for 3. Reverse warrior in 2. And 1, inhale, reverse warrior. You've done so good. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. That was so amazing. Take a big breath in. And an even bigger open mouth exhale. Do that one more time. Powerful inhale. Wake somebody up. Powerful exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step all the way through. Come down to a seat on your mat. Definitely give yourself a little water here. Nicely done. We've got warrior 1, warrior 2 under our belt. We know there's a warrior 3, so we will definitely come back into the action of the story. We've left it at a fairly climactic moment, so there's more to be told. Warrior 3, we know, is a pretty intense balancing posture. So we're going to take several minutes here to do some core. We'll start belly up. So come down to your back, recline bound angle sit-ups, feet together to touch, knees open wide. Interlace your hands behind your head, elbows wide. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lift your chest up away from the mat. Inhales, lower you down. Exhales, lift you up. Inhales, lower you down. Exhales, lift you up. I am talking at one pace, but you might move at a completely different pace. You decide your movement rhythm, but connect your rhythm to your breath. If you'd like a little bit more, bring your feet just ever so slightly up away from the mat. That'll charge the muscles in your low back even more, propel the crunch in your abdominals even deeper, and then breathe even more connected to help you stay committed to the movement. You're here for 4, 3, add a pulse in 2, and 1, tiny pulse. 1 inch up, 1 inch down, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Here, 4, 3, hold it up in 2, and 1, static hold for 4, tiny bit higher for 3, tiny bit higher for 2, bicycle twist in 1, bicycle twist, twist it right to left, right to left. Bring your hips over your hips over your knees over your hips, and move from there. You remember your elbow comes more to your knee than your knee to your elbow. That is what allows your oblique muscles to really come into engagement. We're doing 360 core today, my friends. So we're getting into the side bodies here. Feel that connection to your obliques. Exhales as you twist. Exhales as you twist for 4, 3, pulse it right in 2, and 1 to the right for 4, 1 inch up for 3, 1 inch up for 2, pulse it left in 1, pulse it left for 4, tiny movements 3, hold it right in 2, hold it right in 1, twist to the right and hold for 4, last 3, hold it left in 2, and 1, hold it left for 4, keep breathing 3, long body stretch in 2, and 1, long body stretch, arms long, legs long, take a humongous breath in, humongouser breath out. Hug your knees into your chest, belly down core, rock and roll the length of your spine. Meet me in high plank pose. Press your palms at the top of your mat, shoulders directly above your wrists, hips directly in line with your shoulders. Let's add some toe taps. Tap your right foot out and back, left foot out and back, right foot out and back, left foot out and back. Keep your core stability engaged. Low back stays long. Reach through the crown of your head, navel up and in. If you'd like to switch this to a little bit more cardio, do both feet out and in. Some flank jacks here. Out, in, or tap, tap for 4, 3, high plank pose in 2, and 1, high plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, forearm plank. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, breathe in. Exhale, dolphin pose. Inhale, back to forearm plank. Exhale, dolphin pose. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, push your hips. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, push your hips. The exhale will propel your hips up. Keep your elbows underneath your shoulders. Low back stays long the entire time. Inhales pull you down. Exhales push you up. 4, 3, hold your dolphin. 2, and 1, hold it high for 4, 3, forearm plank in 2, and 1, forearm plank and hold for 4, 3, high plank pose in 2, and 1, high plank pose for 4, 3, downward dog in 2, and 1, downward facing dog. Lift your hips, take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Do it again. Loud inhale. Loud exhale. Drop back down to your knees. Grab a little water. Give your shoulders, your arms a little bit of a break. Grab your block. Place your block at the top of your mat. That's where we'll use it in just about 30 seconds from now. All right, let's get back into the story. We've left it with a decapitation, so we need to kind of go from there. We can't leave it there. So as you're ready, come back to downward facing dog. Everybody take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Seal your lips, inhale through your nose. Through your nose, breathe out. Inhale, kick your right toes high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Just use this for movement in your right leg. So kick your knee straight, roll out your ankle, roll out your hip, keep both palms on the mat. We'll flip it a little bit later. Nice, inhale, kick your right toes up. Exhale, low lunge, step through to your palms. Now grab your block at its widest width between your palms, and then inhale warrior, or inhale one-legged mountain pose with your block at heart center. So bend your left knee up and away from the mat, push your block at your heart center, keep your block at heart center just to help you feel set here. Flex your left foot, keep it flexed, maintain that 90-degree bend in your left knee for the moment. Feel your core really activate. Now inhale, reach your block up overhead. Exhale, warrior 3. Virabhadasana 3, push your left heel back, hinge your chest forward, reach your block out from beyond the front of your mat. Level your hips, lengthen your standing leg, really feel the power of your arms pushing your block. This is the moment in the story where Virabhadra takes the king's or the priest's head and places it on a stake. It is a moment of victory. That is what is in your palms, my friends, victorious over the thing you are conquering. Here for 3, warrior 1 with your block in 2. And 1, come back to warrior 1. Feet on the mat, reach your block up above you. Take a big breath in. Exhale, open twist with your block in your left palm. So reach your left palm forward, your right palm back. Inhale, exalted warrior. Drop your right palm down. Lift your block above your head within your left palm. Lift your gaze to your block, breathe. A moment of exaltation, a moment of celebration. Your strength, your commitment will help you be successful over the things you are trying to conquer. Feel proud, my friends. Feel strong. Stay connected to what it means for you. You're here for 3. Back to warrior 1 in 2. And 1, back to warrior 1. Bring your block back up overhead. Take a breath in. Exhale, transfer your block to the small of your back, kind of like your chest expansion, but you've got a block there instead. That's exactly what it is. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, or humble warrior with your block. Lean forward, draw your right shoulder to the inside of your right knee. Maybe your block stays near your back. Maybe you reach it up overhead. Might feel a little different with the block than a traditional chest expansion. So definitely modify. Just notice what those unique intricacies might be. Stay really rooted at the back of your mat. Humility in the pose, right? So you bow yourself down. Let your head hang heavy. Allow your chest to collapse down towards your mat. Here for 3. Rise back up, warrior 1, into with your block, and 1. Transfer your block back to up overhead. Take a big breath in. Exhale, warrior 2. Doesn't matter which hand your block is in. Inhale, star pose, big reach and rise up. Exhale, skandasana to the back. Your block can be a nice little prop to help you lower down towards your mat. Bring your left hip to your left heel. Point your right toes up. You can continue to use your block as a little stabilizer. If you want one more warrior themed pose, advancing warrior, push your palms to the front of your mat and bring your gaze over your right fingertips. Moment of concentration, moment of connection to what this particular warrior story is about for you today. That excavation can continue. This is a lifelong journey, my friends, but I know all of us have something that yoga has helped us to overcome. What is that thing? And honor the warrior that helped you do it. Here for 3. Wide leg forward fold into. And 1. Wide leg forward fold. Bring your block with you because you'll want it back at the top of your mat. But for just a couple breaths, let your head hang heavy. Make sure your feet are parallel, toes pointing to the side of your mat. Everybody breathe in. Everybody breathe out. Add a little halfway lift. Inhale, lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, low lunge to the top. Bring your block with you so it's there for the other side. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Kick your right leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. This time, opportunity to flip your posture over. Stamp your feet down, push your hips up. Reach, reach, reach beyond the front of your mat. As you push into your left palm, I'll use that to help lift your chest higher. Gorgeous. You all look amazing. You are fabulous. Here for 3. 3-legged dog in 2 and 1. I wish I took a picture of that. Palms down, inhale, kick your right leg high. I guess I have it on video. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Let's do the last side. Inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Drop your left heel to your seat. Lift your left hip up. Again, this is about the movement in your leg rather than flipping it this time. So kick your leg, roll your ankle, roll your hip, getting some motion in your left leg. And inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it between your hands. Palm your block at its widest width between your palms. Inhale, 1-legged mountain pose. Push into your left foot, bend your right knee up. Keep your block at heart center to help you get set. Level your hips. Feel your right foot flex. Keep it flexed all the way through warrior 3. And inhale, press your block up above you. Exhale, warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Hinge forward and put that head on a stake, my friends. Kick your right heel up. Keep your spine nice and long. This is your moment of victory. You are victorious. You are in celebration of the things you are actively working to grow through, to transform, to remove. Here for 3. Amazing. Warrior 1 in 2. And 1. Warrior 1. Press your block above you. Take a big breath in. Exhale, open twist, blocking your right palm to the front. And then inhale, exalted warrior. Drop your left palm down your back leg. Reach your block up above you. Gaze at your block. Breathe. What is it that yoga and its power and magical pieces have helped you to actively overcome, to transform? Feel a deeper connection to the personal, my friends. Here for 3. Warrior one in 2. And 1. Back through warrior one more time. Block overhead, big breath in. Exhale, palm the block at your low back. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, humble warrior with your block. Lean forward, then round your left shoulder. I can actually get with the block, my hands to go up higher than I can with a chest expansion. I have no idea why that is. I don't know if that's the same for you. Maybe it's the opposite, but you might notice a little different movement in your upper body with the block in your palms. Humility is the name of the posture. Bow forward and down. There's a lot of humility in this story, and we'll get to that as we get to the resolution of the story. So feel the humility, the opportunity to be a human being, all aspects of a human in the things that we do. Here for 3. One more time, warrior one in 2. And 1. Transfer the block above you. Take a big breath in. Exhale, warrior 2. Doesn't matter which hand your block goes in. Inhale, star pose, open, powerful movement. Exhale, skandasana to the back. Let your block be a little prop for you as you lower down. Soften your right hip to your right heel. You can also do a side lunge if that's better for your knee. Point your left toes up, get that external hip rotation. I use the block on this side because I don't have as much balance. So you could totally keep one hand on the block for your advancing warrior, or maybe both palms come forward. Bring your gaze forward as well. What is your warrior advancing towards today? Feel that kind of like ninja-like power in this posture. It's one of my favorites. And you look pretty fierce in it right now too. Here for 3. Wide leg forward fold in 2. And 1. Wide leg forward fold. Lift your hips. Your block, you're kind of done with it for anything I'm going to instruct you with anyways. You can just set it down. Let your head hang heavy. Just a couple breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. And do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, add a little half lift. Lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Walk your palms forward. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Kick your left leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Opportunity to flip your posture over. Reach your left fingertips forward. Push into your right palm. Feel the opening in your heart, opening in your throat, opening through the whole front line of your body. Such a powerful moment to recognize. Amazing. Here for 3. 3-legged dog in 2. And 1. So beautiful. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Kick it up. Exhale, downward facing dog. How awesome are you? Take a huge breath in and an even bigger breath out. Do that one more time. Feel the power in your inhale. All the strength is here. Strength in your exhale. Inhale, shift forward to high plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Lead with your chest. We'll set up Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Walk your fingertips back next to your rib cage, point your elbows up, zip your legs together, toenails down like a cobra tail behind you. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your chest. As you exhale, take the weight out of your palms, lift your navel up and in, use the strength of your spine to lift one more set of ribs up from the mat. Push the tops of your feet down, squeeze your glutes and your thighs together, take a breath in, lift, 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 lift. Exhale, release down, chin to the mat, left ear down, gaze to the right, palms beside you, face up. Oh, a moment of rest. So really lean into that opportunity. Maybe your hips do a little wiggle. Unclench your jaw as you relax your face to your mat. Just a moment to breathe. Gently bring your chin back onto your mat. One more spine strengthener, heart opener. You could do another cobra, or if you feel ready for it, let's do floor bow. For floor bow, kick your heels to your seat. Reach back and grab the tops of your feet. Inhale, kick into your hands. Exhale, lift your chin, lift your chest up away from the mat. Once you are actively kicking as much as you can, rock your weight a little bit forward. Maybe you'll notice you get a lift of the fronts of your thighs up. Keep squeezing your inner thighs towards each other. Relax your shoulders. Yes, get one more inhale to kick, 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 kick. Exhale, release down. Chin to the mat, gaze to the left, palms beside you. Maybe a windshield wiper your feet this time, side to side. That can feel really, really nice. And then you just get to be and breathe. Let whatever resonates, whatever are your takeaways from your experience with the story so far today, to just continue to deepen in your reflection, deepen in your experience as we start to move towards a conclusion of the story and a conclusion of our practice. And then gently bring your chin back to center. Press your palms underneath your shoulders. Inhale, tabletop or high plank to press up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your right toes high. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your knee to your wrist. Keep a flex in your foot. Point your left toes straight back. Again, maybe that lifted chest half pigeon is more your style, or something other than half pigeon is more your style. Maybe you want a restorative version. Walk your palms forward, let your forehead rest, and make sure everything feels supported. This is a good one to kind of wedge a block in different places that might need support, like your bent hip, or your chest or your forehead. So back to the story as you settle into your half pigeon. So as we left it, Virabhadra has arrived, he has attacked, he is victorious, he has put the priest's head on a stake. And then, as often happens in these stories, Princess Sati comes back to life. Her bursting into flames was only temporary, in a moment of anguish, a moment of being upset. And she is now upset because her father has been killed by her husband. So Shiva realizes that he has acted in his passion and his anger fairly quickly, and needs to make it right. You're welcome to stay on the side of half pigeon a little bit longer if you'd like. If you're ready for the left side, begin that journey. Just rewind from where you are. If you're on your back or in any other variation, move in whatever way feels intuitive to you to the left side. If you're coming back through down dog, maybe you find some add-ons, some counter stretches and wiggles along the way. And then in your time, lift your left leg up and bring your left knee to your wrist, flex your left toes. There's my Minnesotan coming out. And then you can move into whatever variation you want on this side. Might be a little different from the first side. That's fine. Let yourself feel supported, feel settled. This is a deeper but yet restorative hip posture. So no need to feel like you're muscling into anything or having to sustain in a pose that doesn't feel good. So find what works for you. So Shiva, in his humility and desire to make right what he has done, and I honestly don't know the reason for this, but he, for whatever reason, can't put the king's or the priest's head back on. So he instead takes the head of a goat and replaces the priest's head with the goat head to revive him. So there's all sorts of little takeaways from this story, but I think the humility one is an interesting one to think about, that there's a lot of action that happens in the moment of a lot of passionate emotion. And not all of it is what is needed in the long run, but it is what helps propel the story along. As you're ready to rewind, do so here. One final downward facing dog. If you're on your back, you can meet us in a seat. As you're coming back through down dog, same thing, wiggles, stretches, movements that feel really good for you. And then inhale, look beyond your hands. Exhale, step all the way through to a seat. Extend your legs out long in front of you. One seated forward fold to stretch out those legs before we lay down. So sit bones right underneath you. Put a little bend in your knees as you need. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward, grab for the soles of your feet, your shins, your toes, whatever feels accessible for you. Slide your shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach your chest forward. Exhale, fold down a little bit more over your legs. Do that again. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more time. Full inhale. Strong exhale. And then inhale, slowly rise back up. Palms out in front of you, face up. Exhale, roll all the way down to your back. When you get to your back, we'll do one bridge, supported bridge or wheel. Your choice, choose your own adventure, which one you'd like to do. Feet in towards your seat, hip width distance for all of them. Bridge, palms beside you, wheel, palms by your ears. Inhale, lift your hips. As you exhale, wheel, push into your palms to lengthen your arms and lift your chest away from the mat. Supported bridge, slide your block underneath you. Beautiful wheel postures, my friends. Wrap your shoulders up away from your ears. Keep your gaze going forward. Squeeze your inner thighs. Get a little more lift of your hip points. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Chin to chest wheels. Shoulders down, back of head down. Everything down from there. Recline bound angle pose. Bring your feet together to touch, knees open wide. Some really beautiful wheel poses, my friends. Close your eyes. Let your palms go somewhere intentional. I like to bring my palms onto my hip creases. Kind of that second chakra energy, harnessing in that space, creativity, intimacy, emotional connection, which to me are all pieces of this story as well. And then you can stay here. This is a lovely place to be. So if you want to end here, just stay where you are. A couple more postures if you want them. Gently guide your knees into touch. Hug your knees into your chest. Happy baby pose. Ananda Balasana. Grab for the edges of your feet. Flex your feet up to the ceiling. And remember, just do what happy babies do. Wiggle a little, kick a little, shimmy your hips a little, rock a little side to side. Good time to start closing your eyes. Let your gaze and journey go inward. We've been going inward all practice long, but allow that to continue. Just a few minutes left. Keep the focus on your mat. Now hug your knees back into your chest. Very simple twist to end. We've not done much twisting today. So cactus your arms beside you, knees to chest, breathe in. Exhale, let your knees drop to the left and your chin drop to the right. If eagle legs would feel better for this, bring your right leg over your left as you drop your legs over towards the left side. Let gravity do all this work for you. It's not meant to be a deep twist. It's simply meant to be a neutralizing twist. So just be gentle. Invite your eyes to reclose or resoften. And then slowly come back to center. Spine to the mat. If your legs are raveled, ravel to the other side. Breathe in. Exhale, let your knees drop to the right. Your chin drop to the left. Eagle legs would be left leg over right for this side. And just be gentle. Treat yourself gently. That warrior energy isn't always about wielding swords and decapitating father-in-laws. There's a warrior energy in the stillness as well. And slowly come back to center. Unravel your legs, hug your knees into your chest, and compress yourself into that little awesome, lovable, powerful ball of a human. Chin to chest, forehead to knees. Squeeze your shins. Breathe in. Open up, exhale, corpse pose, Shavasana. Extend your legs long and open. Palms beside you, face up. We got lots of time for Shavasana, my friends. So let yourself be very comfortable here. Wiggle, fidget, add in little props or supports. And then let yourself really go. It's a powerful story. There's a lot of energy that we brought into this space. And that can feel really, really good. And it's okay to let that go now and to just let yourself be, let yourself breathe. I'll guide you out in a couple minutes. Enjoy. All of these characters can be seen as an aspect of us. And which ones resonate with you today? What is your warrior working for on your behalf with their strength and compassion? Friendly, heroic pose is how we would literally translate the warrior poses if we were to translate them from Sanskrit to English as they are. So let that friendly warrior be with you as you go. Let's start to wiggle, tiny at first, just in your extremities, and then it can start to grow from there and down your body, your arms, your legs, your head. And then come to a long body stretch. Reach your arms behind you, point your toes in front of you. Enjoy a nice big breath in right there. And a nice big breath out as well. Draw your knees into your chest. Roll to a fetal posture on either side. Someone might feel more natural than the other. And gift yourself just a moment here of gratitude, of connection, mindfulness to this. You're strong, you're here, you're present, you are on a journey and you are doing it, my friends. And I think sometimes it's important to stop and recognize that. You're doing great. You are doing a really good job. With your eyes closed, come to a comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall, sit bones rooted underneath you, spine nice and long. Bring your thumbs to heart center one more time. Keep your eyes closed. And again, acknowledge that inner journey. We do all of these poses with our body. We make all these interesting shapes, but there's a lot happening beyond that physical movement. Just take a moment to acknowledge that journey as well. And bring your thumbs to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows, where we acknowledge where that journey takes us, this sense of enlightenment, this sense of connection. And it's really what our warrior is helping us get to, the highest, most realized versions of ourselves. So grateful you're here. Bowing forward, we seal our practice. Peace, my friends.